ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। मा ॐ विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्तस्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषशून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशधारिणे वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौरभक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। Yes, go ahead.
Hare Krishna. Question from Sankarshan Siddhanti from NIT Warangal. Lord Krishna describes various vibhutis in Bhagavad Gita. My question is, even though everything in this world has come from Lord Krishna, why are these vibhutis particular to Krishna?
Yeah.
And how are they special?
Like he has given examples also. Like for example, he says, Indra is chosen amongst the 12 Adityas, and similar Samaveda is chosen amongst the other. Okay, good question. You will find when Krishna has chosen a particular vibhuti, that is an outstanding vibhuti. You will see that. For example, in that vibhuti, that person is very outstanding. Like Indra is the chief of all the demigods. He is the leader or the king. Therefore, his name is chosen. Similarly, amongst the mountains, Mount Everest is tallest. So therefore, because it is outstandingly tall, that is chosen. Amongst the animals in the jungle, the lion, Krishna says, I am lion. Why? Because lion stands out amongst all the animals. Most ferocious and most powerful, and called the king of the jungle. So you will find that in this world there are many handsome people, but there is a Mr. Universe or Miss Universe, like that we say, no? Who stands out in that particular year. Correct? No? In the same manner, Krishna, when he talks about the different opulences, there may be many powerful animals, but amongst them lion is the most powerful. And it is endowed with a body which is extremely powerful. So in this way, the opulences that Krishna chooses, for each of the opulences, he says that the most powerful one is he. And the reason is there. Why? Because all of us are not attracted to mediocre people. We are attracted to outstanding people. And that outstanding people's ability and the opulence comes from Krishna, and what they possess also is only a small mama teja amsha sambhavam. If they also possess only amsha, and how much Krishna possesses oceanic, you can understand. Next.
Question from Adarsh Ganamukhi from COAP. In scriptures, it is mentioned that innumerable universes, each with innumerable planets, emerge from Mahavishnu. So, in so large multi-universe, why does Lord Krishna appear in his most opulent and original form on earth? The probability of happening so seems too small. And does he appear similarly in his original form on other planets too?
Actually, we because many of the things that we know of is little information we have seen in some religious movies, or we have heard stories from grandmother, grandfather. Actually, we have to study the authentic Vedic literature to know about answers to such questions. If you see all the 14 planetary systems, there are 7 above. Bhulok, Swalok, Mahalok, Janalok, Tapalok, Satyalok. Then below there is Atala, Sutala, Mahatal, Talatal, Rasatal, Patal. We are in the middle one called Bhuloka. And this Bhuloka is so much glorified in the Srimad Bhagavatam. If you read the 5th canto, the Devatas in the heaven are praying. They are saying, Na yatra vaikuntha kata sudhapaga, na sadhavo bhagavatastadashraya, na yatra yajnesha makha mahotsava, surendra lokopi na vaisa sevyatam. They are saying, Na yatra vaikuntha kata sudhapaga. They are saying in the heavenly planets, there is no Vaikuntha Katha or Krishna Katha going on the way it goes on earth. And there are no sadhavas or bhaktas seriously practicing Krishna consciousness. And yajnas and utsavams for the Lord are not being celebrated. And the reason is given in the next verse. They are saying, and then they are saying, Surendra Lokopi Navaisa Sevetam. Even though we are living in Indra Loka, we are unhappy there, they are saying. And we want to come in Bharatvarsh, Bhumi, and we want to take birth, they are saying. Kim Dushkara Naik Kim dushkarairnah kratubistapovratain danadibirvadvijayena falguna nayatra narayana pada pankaja smriti pramushta atishaya indriyotsavat. They are saying there is atishaya indriya utsavat. People are absorbed in piety of just like Indra is drinking somaras, apsaras are dancing, they have a beautiful Nandanandana gardens, they have 64 kalas, and there is a kind of complacent environment there. Like that, there's Nayatra Narayana Pada Pankaja. People are not remembering Lord Narayana's feet. On the other hand, because life is very long, they have become very, just like you take India and America. America is a place where if you go, you become complacent because of luxuries and comforts and facilities. Whereas in India, there is a chance that, you work hard and then you also may take to Krishna consciousness very easily. So they are saying that we want to come down to earth and be born amongst the people living in Bhuloka. And because here there are a lot of temples, lot of holy places, so therefore we don't know what kind of wonderful spiritual ambience in which we are living in India. Even devatas are hankering to come here. Therefore, Lord Krishna coming here is no wonder for him to appear in Vrindavan, Mathura. Yeah, yes, next.
Question from Sai Chandradhar from PES University. Hare Krishna Prabhuji. As we all know that in the previous generations, Yugas, the devotional service to the Supreme Lord was immense, and over the period of time people started to lose faith and devotion towards the Lord, for most of which was due to the Western culture and British invading India. But Lord Krishna likes his disciples and he wants people to worship him. Then why did he want that part of history to occur? And the main consequence of that was that people started losing their faith in devotional service.
Why only British invading India? More powerful than that is Mughals invading India. Mughals were in India for 700 years. British were only 200 years. So and during this time there was a lot of damage to our culture in India. There was a lot of looting of the wealth of India. So what is Krishna doing up there? He's not taking any action. That is your question. So the answer to this question is this. In the universe, you will find there are devatas, there are asuras. Both are there. And when the devatas become careless about Krishna, inattentive about religious and spiritual activities, then the kala, the time factor, Lord simply twinkles his eyes as Vishnu lying in milk ocean. And immediately the kala is activated, the kala topples the situation, where asuras become powerful. Devatas become weak. Because devatas are becoming complacent, they are not doing their duty. So because of that, asuras become very mighty, they take over. And then the devatas are tortured, and then they suffer, they struggle, they run to Vishnu. Oh Lord, now protect us, pahimam, rakshamam, rakshamam. Then they get the akal, they get the buddhi again. Then they become more serious again. Now, let me ask you a question now. You are talking about British invasion. I don't consider British invasion as bad as the materialistic society now in India, what we are observing even after the Indian freedom. 1947 India got freedom. Now 1947 to 2020, if you see the spiritual status of India, if you see, it has gone from bad to worse. It's not that Indians are given freedom now, they are very nicely utilizing, all boys are wearing tilak and going to colleges with Krishna conscious attitude. Things are going to gutter actually, if you see. People are getting worse actually. All the colleges in the name of secularism have closed doors for spirituality. And everybody wants to know how to be materially motivated and become a better donkey and a better pig in the world all around. Even in India, I'm saying, I'm not saying about abroad. So Indian spiritual culture, if you see, just because you got freedom, it's not that we are doing wonder in spiritual life. So therefore, for India as a country where I told you such a rich spiritual culture was there, when Indians become lax, for whom much is given, much is expected. And if Indians become careless and inattentive about spiritual life, then they will have to suffer even more. Because therefore there was invasion of Mughals, invasion of British, because we have become careless and inattentive, and we have become very materialistic. Actually, Prabhupada said, Americans are like old crows, Indians are like new crows, he said. Why? Because Americans are now sufficiently kicked and frustrated in materialistic civilization, and they are looking for spiritual values in life. So they come to India, and Haridwar, Rishikesh, you will find, and Vrindavan, all these places, they come And even when Prabhupada went in 1965, they took to Krishna consciousness quickly because they were sufficiently frustrated in materialistic civilization. It's like increasing fever, 102, 103, 104. They were suffering. And then when Prabhupada gave Krishna consciousness, immediately they could take to it. Because they saw that Krishna consciousness is reducing the materialistic fever to 98.6 and you become very healthy. You know, you have a santulan balance of material spiritual very nicely. But what happened with Indians? Now Indians are running to the West. Because they are like Prabhupada had called them new crows. Why new crows? Because they have not yet suffered sufficiently by materialistic civilization. They have to go there, make a lot of money, drink, smoke, eat beef, thoroughly get frustrated, then they will get akal. They will get buddhi. So therefore, just because we have freedom and there is no British people at the top right now in India, doesn't mean Indians have become very spiritual minded. So therefore, you are asking what Krishna is doing. Krishna has nothing to give and take with what is going on in this world. The living entities are all fighting amongst themselves. Because they are envious, they are competitive, they want to pull each other's leg. It's happening. And also, the spiritual culture, if it is flourishing, then we can demand Krishna's protection. When there is a very strong and deep-rooted spiritual culture, that you will always find that the devotees who want to practice in any situation, they will practice. You see, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared 500 years ago. You know, could the Mughal rule stop him from practicing chanting Hare Krishna? Could he be stopped? Not only he chanted, and he made thousands of people chant also. So, actually, those who are devoted bhaktas, how costly this is. Even if British is ruling over me, how costly bead bag is for me to buy? How costly is tilak to wear? How costly is my this thing? So, I don't have to be influenced by the outside world around me, provided I have faith in the scriptures. If I have no faith in scriptures, then I'll be washed away by the current of materialistic civilization outside of me, and that is my problem. If I am attracted to the materialistic civilization outside, I'll be washed away. But if I am sincere in spiritual life, then I can easily practice in any stage of this world, no matter how horrible the world around me is or how good it is. Yeah, go ahead.